Hello friends, welcome back to the Python programming session. In the earlier sessions, we had started with a new topic, that is the dictionary data type in Python. We'd also seen how to create dictionaries, how to add, update and remove elements from dictionary. And in today's session, let's cover the different methods available in the dictionary data type. So there are many methods available in the dictionary data type. They are the clear, the copy, from keys, get, pop item, items, keys, values, set default, pop, and then update. Pop and update we had covered in our previous session while deleting an item from the dictionary and while adding item into the dictionary. So leaving these two, let's cover the 9 different dictionary methods available in Python programming language. So firstly, let's go into the clear. As the name suggests, clear means it removes the items present in the dictionary. So the syntax for this is dict dot clear, and no parameters are passed to it. We don't pass any parameters to the clear method and it does not return us anything. So no return value. So syntax is dict dot clear. So suppose I have my dictionary which is called dict1, which is equal to A, which is 10, comma B, which is 20. So this is my dictionary. And now I want to clear the contents of my dictionary. So I can just give it as dict1, the dictionary name, dot clear. It does not take any parameters, so I am not passing any parameters to it. So when I give this statement, what will be the value of my dictionary? So let's print dict1. We get an empty dictionary, empty curly braces, indicating that the contents of the dictionary have been cleared after giving the clear built-in method. So basically it clears the contents of the dictionary. So this is the clear built-in method available in dictionary. Now let's move to the second one, which is copy. So for copy, the syntax is dict dot copy, that is the dictionary name and copy. What are the parameters which we pass? No parameters are being passed, and it will give a shallow copy. Give a shallow copy of the dictionary. So as the name suggests, what does copy do? Copies the contents of the dictionary into another variable, and when we print that variable, we get the exact copy of the dictionary which it has been copied. Suppose my original dictionary is dict1, which is having A as 10 and B as 20. So this is my original dictionary. Now let me say my x, which is a variable identifier, and let me say dict1 dot copy. Since it does not take any parameters, I am not passing any parameters. So this copy function copies the contents of dictionary 1 into x. So now if I say print x, it will give the same dictionary which it has copied. So A equal to 10 and B is equal to 20. So it will give out this particular dictionary. And if we modify any contents of the copied dictionary, it won't reflect in the main dictionary because it's a shallow copy of the dictionary. They both are present at two different memory locations. So any modifications you make on the copy will not reflect on the main dictionary. So this was the copy built-in method, which copies the contents of a dictionary to another variable. And thirdly, let's go to the from keys. So the syntax is dict dot from keys, and it takes two parameters, which is sequence and a value. So it takes two parameters. One is a sequence, the other one is a value. Sequence is nothing but it can be in the list, tuple, or a set format wherein we pass in the set of keys, and value is the value corresponding to each of these keys. And what does it return? From keys returns a dictionary. It will create a dictionary and return that particular dictionary. So now when I say my sequence is equal to, in a tuple format, let me specify the keys. So it has got three keys, that is A, B and C. And let me say my value as equal to 10. So friends, here sequence is a required parameter and value is an optional parameter. If we don't give any value, then by default it will take none as the value. So suppose my sequence is A, B, C. Those are the keys and value is 10. And when we pass it to the from keys, if I say create my dictionary 1 equal to dict dot from keys, and let me say sequence comma value. So from the keys, that is A, B, C and the value, it will create a dictionary dict1. So it will return a dictionary. So when I say print my dictionary, that is dict1, it will print it out in this format. Key is A, value is 10. Again key is B, value is 10. Key is C, value is 10. So it will create a dictionary in this particular manner. And now suppose I don't give any value. Let me not give any value here. Let me pass only the keys. So what will happen in this particular scenario? In this particular scenario, the value will have a default value which is equal to none. So A, value is none, B, value is none, and C, value is none. So with the keys and value equal to none, it will create a dictionary. So it is returning a dictionary basically. So we are passing a sequence of keys. It can be in a tuple format or a list format or a set format. And we are passing the value. We can pass the value or we need not. If we pass, it will consider that particular value. If we don't pass, it will consider none as the value. And it will create a dictionary and return that particular dictionary. So this is how the from keys works in Python. And now let's go into the get method. So the syntax for get method is dict.get, and it takes two parameters. One is the key and the other one is the value. So it takes two parameters, key, value. Key means it's a required value and value is an optional parameter which it takes. If we don't specify any value, by default it will take none as the value. And what does it return? It returns the value. So basically we specify the key and we retrieve the value. So the get function takes in the key and retrieves back the value corresponding to that particular key. Now if I have my dictionary 1 equal to A 10, B 20. So this is my dictionary, and let me say x equal to dict1 dot get A. So in this get there are four scenarios. The first one is Key present in dictionary. Key is present in dictionary. What is the second case? Key present in dictionary, value given. Here value is not given. Value not given. Here we give the value. Key is present in dictionary. Value has been given. And thirdly, key not in dictionary. Okay. Value not given. And fourthly, key not in dictionary, value given. So there are four scenarios in this particular case. Firstly, I'm giving the key value which is present in the dictionary. A is present in dictionary. So, and value I have not specified. The optional value I have not specified. I have just specified the key value. So in this case, my x will have the value equal to 10 corresponding to A. Whatever value is there, it will have that particular value. Now, in my second case, let me say y equal to dict1 dot get. I am specifying the key and I am giving the value also. The key is present in dictionary. Key is present in dictionary and I am giving the value as well. So what value will be passed to y? It will have the value present in the dictionary. So 10. It will disregard this particular value. And in the third case, I am passing a key not in dictionary. So A and B are present. Let me say my z equal to dict1 dot get and let me pass D. Value I have not given. So D is not present in the dictionary. So value D is not, key D is not present in the dictionary. So it will, and value also has not been given. So it will take the default value which is none. So Z will have the value equal to none. Now in the fourth case, key not in dictionary, value given. Say J equal to dict1 dot get D and then I give the value equal to 200. So in this particular case, D is not present in the dictionary and its value 200 has been given. So J will be having the value equal to 200. So these are the four scenarios which we have to remember for the get function. If the key is present, it will retrieve that particular value. If the key is present and the value also has been given, it will disregard this value and will give the value present in the dictionary. If the key is not present in the dictionary, then it will give none if the value has not been specified. If the key is not present in the dictionary and the value has been given, this particular value will be returned back. So this is how the get built-in method works in Python. So this is how it works in Python. Now let's go to the fifth one, which is the pop item. So pop item means it is popping out an item from the dictionary. We saw pop function by deleting an item from the dictionary. So what does pop item do? So the syntax is dict dot pop item. And it does not take parameters. What does it return? It returns a tuple consisting of key and value pair. Consisting of key value pair. it removes the latest item which has been inserted into the dictionary. So B is the latest item inserted into the dictionary. So now if I say dict1 dot pop item without passing any parameters, if I say assign it to x, and then if I say print x, it will give a tuple consisting of key and value pair. Which key and value, which item will it give? The latest entered item, it will give that particular key value pair. So in this case, it will return the value equal to B, comma 20. So key is B and value is 20, and it is in the tuple format, a tuple consisting of key and value pair. Hope so friends, it's clear for you. The clear built-in function which clears the contents of the dictionary, the copy command which makes a shallow copy of the dictionary into another variable, from keys wherein it will create a dictionary with the keys and values specified, get which gets the value for the specified key, and pop item which retrieves the latest entered item in the dictionary. And one more thing, what pop item does is, after popping out, it removes that particular item from the dictionary. So these are the different methods, and items, keys, values, set default. Let's look into it in the next session. So hope so friends, it is clear for you. If you have any doubts, please do reach to me out in the comment section. If you like my video, click on the like button and please do subscribe to get notifications of my new videos. Till then, see you. Bye bye.